While Donald Trump may not think that climate change is a serious issue, most others disagree. The biggest culprit to this major environmental concern are carbon dioxide emissions. Encouraging bright young minds across the globe to solve this challenge is the NRG COSIA Carbon X Prize. Shubhangi Sinha has the story.
Decreasing sea ice, increasing temperatures, rising sea levels, and an ever upward graph of carbon dioxide concentration. All thanks to climate change, one of the biggest challenges that the world faces today. US-based X Prize Foundation operates the $20 million NRG COSIA X Prize to bring about innovation on new technologies by converting carbon dioxide emissions for electricity generation and oil and gas production into valuable and usable products. What makes this award even more special this year is that a team from India, Team Breathe, has made it to the shortlist of 27 global teams in contention for the global prize.
Congratulations on making it to the semi-finals of the Carbon X Prize. For the benefit of our viewers, could you please talk to us about what your project is and how you're being able to utilize carbon dioxide?
See, we have named our team Breathe. So what we essentially are trying to do is to convert carbon dioxide from various sources, which are partly the reason why there's climate change. And we want to convert them into something useful, and the useful being something which is commercially valuable as well. So for somebody who wants to think what the project is about, you can just think about photosynthesis, and this is what we essentially do. We're trying to mimic.
Now you work with Airbus as a full-time employee. How are you able to innovate at such a large scale with professors and collaborate with them?
I was just browsing through the internet, and I came across this X Prize Foundation. I knew about it, and when I was going through their content, I saw that they have floated this new competition, the NRG COSIA Carbon X Prize. I also had a bit of an interest in biomimicry, so I thought this sort of resonated with my ideas.
How important do you think it is for large companies to encourage incubators? Is it necessary for these employees to be able to innovate at such a large scale?
It is important. Incubators have become the current instruments for, rather I would say, inclusive instruments for getting startups on a common platform and exchange ideas. So I think it is sort of apparent that the number of startups are growing rapidly. And with this being the culture, and for everybody to stay relevant, the startups and the corporates, I think incubators is a good mutually beneficial scheme, and to benefit from each other's ideas. And especially for startups, this can be used as a springboard.
In your case, you've been able to innovate while being on a company role. There are many other companies who encourage their employees to innovate outside the company. Which model do you think works better?
See, I wouldn't necessarily see these two options as either or. I see this as and also. The reason I'm saying it is many parameters operate behind the options that you gave, and it's hard to say whether this would work or that would work. And one would also have to see in the context of a company strategy. The innovations that one desires to do should tie into the corporate's ambition.
So how are you able to manage innovation as well as a corporate job? That could be quite a handful. Do you have any tips for our viewers to manage innovation and a hectic corporate job?
It's been difficult. It was difficult initially, not just for me, even for Sebastian and Umesh. They've also had their day jobs to do. So essentially we had to work, loosely speaking, 2 shifts a day initially. Things are sort of getting clarity now. Things are beginning to hang together. But the amount of effort needed is just going up rapidly. One thing that at least now I am beginning to realize is if you can distribute responsibilities amongst your team members, that would only mean that you have one thing to tackle at a time.
semi-final round slated to end in August 2017 and a $20 million prize as the final incentive, climate change is said to be the new buzzword irrespective of what the POTUS may think.